Jane says, "Welcome to Trash Talk." Just.
I almost spit out my beer. John says, "I would have liked it on my face." And Derek's just watching.
I would just watch and record, upload my OnlyFans.
In the dark room, you won't notice me, but for the slight glow of my cigarette butt.
Yeah. You know, our OnlyFans is out there. You just have to find it.
Like Strider.
It's trashy.
We Strider, except for gangbangs. We just sit in the corner smoking a
What?
pipe. Nice.
Oh. You would not be that lucky. More likely.
Have you been cummed on? Not nearly enough.
Jesus.
It's gangbangs. Come on.
Yeah, I get it. But I was trying to remember the line of the, yeah, but instead of swords, he rolls out a cloth, like a bedroll full of dildos. Take your weapons.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, when the Nazgul show
now.
up and try to stab him to death in bed, they're just beating him with dildos. Screeching.
So does that mean he has a giant dildo sword that
no.
has to be reforged?
No, he has a ancient elfin forged.
It knocked the
artisan
golden tooth
dildo.
out of Lord Saruman
Yeah.
and then shattered his dildo.
No, out of his Prince Albert.
No!
God.
Yeah, the sword
They
fight,
tried
yeah.
docking. When docking goes bad.
Jesus.
Just Star Wars clips.
the middle, the whole, yes, I'll do. Throw the dildo in the mountain. He's like, whoa.
He has to swallow it at the end.
What the fuck?
No, that's how he goes invisible every time. Up his butt.
Yeah, take his pants off. Next thing you know, visible.
Oh,
Well,
man.
this is already off the
that
fucking
could
rails.
really be a
God
good
damn.
series,
Oh, there has to be pornos for Lord of the Rings.
Well, there's Lord of the G-Strings.
Hey,
Yeah, I've seen it. Like the least
I'm
first
pretty sure-
5 or 10 minutes of it.
I'm pretty sure Throbbing.
My brother
Oh,
and our
that's-
friend Austin watched all of it together.
How old were you?
Oh, I don't even know if I was. I think I was 16. I drove us to Blockbuster, and then they rented it, and they were only 13 or younger at the time.
How did they get it?
Blockbuster. They just walked up. We all walked in there. I picked out some video games, some movies, and they see this sitting there, and they're like, "No way." And then they brought it up, and they checked it out to us.
So it wasn't. Was it R-rated or was it like?
Was it porn or
Porn.
Just a bunch
The
of
first 5 or 10 minutes I watched, it was like it had topless women, and they were having like sexy time, but like they weren't,
So it was like a soft
mouthing
porn.
each other or giving each other head and shit.
What the fuck? How
Yeah.
you go from mouthing each head? Jesus.
I know exactly what you're playing. It's just like the softcore
softcore,
porns
yeah.
back in the day.
Well, I asked Jordan and Austin, like, so did it get heavier after that? They're like, oh yeah. They described some scene to me that's like famous from the movie. I don't remember what it was specifically they parodied, but that was like the climax of the movie.
You don't want to look it up.
Maybe I'll Fellowship of the Ring. And they form it.
Yeah.
And my ox.
It's just 9 dudes touching tips.
Jesus.
No. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I didn't see it.
That's my movie, not this one.
I think you might need to do some research into this, John.
I think we've had this conversation before, though, like parody porn movies.
Oh yeah, we've talked
Yeah.
about it before, but Lord of the G-Strings could be done very easily.
Better.
Yeah. Well,
Faster.
with a
Stronger.
It's a golden dildo, right? The
I don't
ring.
remember any of that. There was.
Well, that's what ours would be.
I was 5 or 10 minutes into the movie, and then I was like, all right, well, this is lame because the first scene's like, no penetration. I was just like, just watch some girls make out topless.
Yeah, I'm
That's
16.
gay.
I'm 16,
Gay.
you guys.
Yeah, I've seen girls make out
This is
topless.
gay. Where are the dicks?
I'm driving away.
Better than this.
What the fuck are you talking
Who
about?
gets some poon?
I'm talking about him in high school.
Yeah, but you're
Talking down to
sounds
his
like you're
13.
Since you're quoting things.
No, I wasn't.
Anyway,
I'm just imagining what Derek would say.
but you missed my great joke about that.
The G-strings.
No, yeah.
What?
Enough of these girls kissing. This is gay. Where are those dicks?
I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna find a sausage party.
Place cleared out.
It already was a sausage party. It was 3 teenagers watching softcore porn.
Yeah, but you wanted to leave your brother.
You gotta get away from these dicks.
You wanted to leave the little kids to themselves. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure they decide. Locked eyes.
Yeah, you probably
He's gone.
I walked out of a fucking felony. That's probably best you did leave.
Is that when the tension got weird? You're like, I should go.
It's like,
No,
I
one
sensed
time I
child
walked into my
bullying.
brother jerking off. He didn't have it out, but he was like, through his underwear or whatever. He was like, he had it on. Guess what he was watching? It's a famous movie scene.
Jessica Rabbit. No.
You get 3 guesses each.
Okay, is it? Do we get a guess the type or?
You get 3 questions, and by the 3rd you have to know what it is. Whatever question
Can
you
I
want
just
to ask.
guess what it is, really quick though?
Sure.
It's the parachute scene from the Dirty Dozen.
That's your first question. No.
Oh, okay.
That would have been awesome. Was it a current movie that had
Describe current in your
Yeah,
Well,
what
like,
year was this?
the year that you guys were whatever? Where it was like a new movie at that time.
I mean, I feel like when I say the year 2000-ish, that feels like not that long ago.
but that's when.
20-ish years ago.
Okay, but no, when did it happen? As a
Quarter
kid?
century ago,
This would have been early '90s though. Was what I'm talking about.
Early 90s?
No.
It's not in the early 90s.
No. Yeah.
No,
But
when
it
you
is newer.
When you walked in on your brother.
When did it happen?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
All the time, bro.
probably like 13, 14, maybe 15.
Oh, okay.
So he's
Oh, yeah.
probably around 12, I think.
And what year was it?
I don't know. He might have been junior high. I don't know what that makes it. Like
2002.
what year was it? Okay,
How
so you've
old-
asked me how. This is your second question.
How old is your brother?
No, I haven't got an answer.
Hold on, how old is your brother?
No, you keep trying to narrow it down by adding on bullet point.
How
Bullet
old
point.
is your brother now?
You've had enough of him.
How old is your brother now?
No, I got. I
My
know.
brother's 3 years younger than me.
I
So he's
figured it out.
34.
I figured it out.
Almost.
Okay, so this would have been in 2002.
You didn't answer. Was it a movie from that time?
I
though?
told you.
No, that you mean
It's
that
newer than the
year?
late 90s.
But it was current at the time. Like it was a brand new movie at the time.
When I caught my brother, at that moment in time, was it considered newer?
Yes, because you said the movie. We're trying to guess the movie.
Not that
the scene-
old, I guess.
the
That's just
scene-
how I would describe it.
Okay,
What
okay,
that
okay,
means
okay,
to
okay.
me.
How
Okay.
about the scene in Billy Madison where he's drawing Veronica Vaughn?
That's
I
2
did.
questions and no.
I
He
would
was not
smack
jerking
that
off to
Uh,
Bill, Happy Madison or whatever, Billy.
When he's
Fucking
drawing Veronica
drawing
Vaughn?
naked people.
Veronica,
Jerking off.
Veronica
was
Vaughn?
it? Was it Titanic?
Oh yeah, I guess well,
It
that's
was Titanic.
a perfect segue.
Oh,
segue.
wow.
So,
yeah,
guys-
it really is. Because the Titanic was in the news a lot back then.
Well, that's Titanic.
And recently, the Titanic added
Oh, that
5
Titanic.
more people to the death
There you
toll.
go.
Yeah, most likely.
Today.
Do you think it landed on
Okay.
top of the Titanic and just
No.
like...
No, there's a
know,
debris field not far from it, though. That they were like,
Can you? Is there a beer in there?
Oh, I'll definitely take a beer.
I'll take 2 beers. So you have to get more. I'm trying to be helpful.
We just need like our own little cooler right here to put our beer in, you know? Another little fridge.
That's pretty dope. just get a keg. Can I get a kegerator? Thank you. God, don't act. Quit. Thank you.
Man, I could see just going back your
What?
brother, like I give him a I
You
understand.
thinking about kids smacking off? Come on, dude.
No, for Titanic.
Dude, everyone smacked to that. Are you
I
kidding
know.
me?
That's what I'm saying.
That's why it's not crazy.
that's
that he-
classic fapping
That's
material.
not, it's not crazy. When you said it's crazy that he was jacking to that, it's crazy because it's so topical right now.
No,
What?
I said it's crazy because
No,
who
he said earlier, you would not believe what he was jacking off to.
Well, you walked in your brother jerking off for the first and I think only time, and he was watching Titanic. I started like walking up in my bedroom, being like, he didn't even see me for a second.
Hold
And
on.
obviously, he looks
Time
over, and
out.
I'm just like
Time out. Time out.
staring at him, like,
You didn't-
did I just walk into this? And he like, stopped so fast. I had the pillow on his lap. You know, I was like, I just watched Titanic. I was like, yeah, this scene, cool, man. I think that's all I said.
Yeah, but what's fucked up?
Oh,
Though,
that's awesome.
yeah, but what's fucked up though isn't the one we're thinking about. It's the one where those people were dying
should I
falling
call
off
Jordan?
the back of the Titanic.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Your table is sticky.
Are we getting a call into the show?
God damn it, Derek's toasted shit.
yeah, toasted for his brother.
Answer
It's
it.
so rare that we get a caller.
I feel like he knows that
And,
we're doing the show right now because we
Because
talked
you
to him
fucking-
right before the
yeah.
show.
Yeah, but he's also busy.
Yeah, Yeah, jacking off.
You should just take.
Call his wife.
Have you watched Titanic lately?
That little shit stain.
Ask him.
He's probably listening to us live. He's like, I'm not talking on this. I don't remember this.
Just ask him. He's watched Titanic lately.
Well, hold on. Does he have a wife, girlfriend? Who's at home? Who has
His wife and kids.
Wait, okay, call his wife up.
No. They're probably doing dinner right now.
Pussy.
Maybe he'll try to call back in later. When
Very possible.
Hey, what's up? Your husband jerked off to the most jacked off scene in Hollywood.
It's probably not just that one though.
I would say, okay, great game. What would be the most jacked off to scene in any movie ever?
Well, that's like back in time.
Movies. They haven't been
like
around that
all
long.
movies. But think about the 70s and shit. There was only like certain.
We're not talking porn, we're talking movies. Mainstream movies that have the most jacked off to scenes. And I would say Titanic would be number one.
Most jacked off to scenes.
No, I can't Google that because I don't think I can Google that.
I feel like the government's going to watch if I Google that.
Ooh. I add that to my website. My touchdown. Most jacked off to movie scenes.
It's a tough question.
It's not. I mean, just think of the one you smacked off to most and say that. Duh.
Well, I don't know what I've smacked off to the most.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Howard Stern at one point, probably, when they had hot chicks on there.
Is that the movie?
The show.
No, but we're talking movies.
I never saw the movie.
Yeah, I saw like parts of it. I saw the part I did see was when the chick was jacking off on the speaker. That's the only scene I've seen in that movie.
I'm trying to think of one of those like
about?
80s movies where there's like a girl.
Monsters Ball with Halle Berry. There's a good scene on there.
Yeah. You think of Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I can't remember who that lady is though.
Shit.
But I know that one was probably really major back then.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of math involved here because like the movies that came out, the population of the time, like there's a lot of math.
Well, I'm just trying to think of like a really, really popular movie that also had a
Yeah, but you can pose
sex
this,
scene and a painting scene.
You can pose this on the Reddit, the subreddit. They did the math, and you can ask, how long was the probability?
The subreddit's called "They Did the Math."
Yeah, and it's all about theoretical physics, or just to do the math on how to figure this out. So movies have started let's just say 1930s, just for sake of argument, 30s, 33. How about that? So there's 90 years.
Okay.
And that time, how large the population gotten?
Might as well go to 100 years at that point.
Derek, making a very distinct argument here.
You're making it more complicated, but not doing factors of 10.
No.
Metric system.
Shit.
Fuck the metric
Christ's
system.
sake, fine. In 100 years of movies,
Yeah.
there have been 100 years.
They've only been around.
Shut up! There have been 100 years of population boom, which has increased exponentially or logarithmically. I know words. Logarithmically. So I'm curious as the ratios and like the statistics of what is what era will be jacked off to more.
Is this the stuff you spend your brain power on?
I think it would be Sound of Music.
So would it be more likely nowadays?
John could be solving math or space travel with math right now, but instead he ponders upon and figures out the ratios of people jerking off in videos and what's the most popular jerk off movie of all time.
What if it turned out to be Deliverance?
I've never actually seen.
Okay. No. I think that begs the question.
It means you've never
if you were going to
jerked
do that
off
type of
to it.
equation, you have to potentially consider removing content like that. Like, what are you targeting? Like, people that just want to jerk off to like a script movie, or somebody's like, I want to watch this disgusting scene.
I don't think a whole lot of people are jacking off
if
to the
you-
rape scene.
And you're not counting
Deliverance.
porn into it?
I'm just saying, do you need to
No.
filter anything out? Like, you can't just assume Deliverance because it has a sex scene in it.
Right.
It's a scene
But it's
that you
probably
include
very
as
low-
part of that.
Probably low probability that's not going to be the.
I don't know.
So, Derek, you're implying that someone has jerked off to
Oh,
every
What he's implying
movie?
is he's jacked off to that scene in Deliverance. That's why
I'm
he's
just
arguing
implying
this.
that if you see that specifically that this has been watched exclusively just that scene 69 times on Google history,
But here's how
it's not me.
how would you even get that data?
Do you have a VHS copy of Deliverance? Because I want to see if that one part is blurred out. It's all like.
How would you get this information?
I've actually never seen the movie.
You know,
Oh, how convenient.
How would you ask math that? There's no.
I just said.
But how? Because there's.
That's why you go to the subreddit for smart people to answer the question. Anyway, speaking of Titanic, Derek.
Oh yeah.
So, did you guys hear about the?
Yes.
5 billion millionaires?
We all
Civilians?
live in an incompetent submarine. And some people went down to see the Titanic in a privately owned and operated commercial submarine. It costs $250,000 per ticket. Will take you 4,000 meters down to see the Titanic. Has a porthole window that's only rated at 1,300 meters.
Oh, the reason I think of the math is because I just read a post on they did the math where it taught how they would have died. They're talking about the pressure.
It's like implosion, isn't
the
it?
pressure at that on the port window is the size of this. Water is at whatever velocity and whatever. They determined through math that it would take 29 milliseconds for that water to traverse the submarine and kill everyone.
Hold on. Welcome to Trash Talk.
What's up?
So, we were talking about the Titanic, and not what you're thinking about right now. I'm just curious, do you remember? I was probably in junior high. You were around 12. It was in the early morning. I go and open my door out and walk
This has to be
upstairs
illegal.
into the basement area of our old house, and definitely caught you playing the pipe.
Jerking off!
Bait, you jerking off.
The Kate Winslet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
baby.
Dude, I burned the track out of that movie on
Yes.
VHS.
We're trying to figure out the most popular movie ever for people to jerk off to, and that's, I think, maybe the favorite right now.
Starship Troopers or Titanic in that era?
Troopers, yeah. I remember
yeah.
that. She has some
yeah.
great rack on her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. And there was multiple of them.
Oh, yeah. They had
yeah.
a whole nice shower scene.
Oh yeah.
And then if you could...
And if your parents walked in, it was always quick, too. So you just like, you didn't have to do anything. You're just like, oh, this is a normal scene.
I will say, this was an acquired... We finally got to see this later on in life. But I would also say barbed wire.
Oh, Pam Anderson.
Christ, barbed
Oh
wire.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that was a TV series or
That
movie?
was like an entire fantasy come true.
I remember the opening sequence with her dancing around in that leather and her
10 minutes
tits
long,
hanging out.
scroll, it was amazing.
In water, too. Yeah, getting rained on.
Oh, yes. All right, I gotta go look that up again.
Later, Jordan.
All right, we do. We got you later.
All right, guys, have fun.
Thanks for calling in.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, let's narrow this down. Which Oscar-winning movie has had the most jacks? Let's put it that way. That'll narrow it
that
down.
well.
because barbed
Which
wire.
Oscar-winning movie? What?
I mean, there's a lot of nudity in Oscar
Which
movies.
Oscar-winning movie
I
has
need
had
to
the most
see a
jacks?
list,
And instead of
but-
movies in general, because you pull as soon as you play barbed wire. Hell, I own a copy of Baywatch Hawaiian Vacation, which is a feature-length film.
VHS.
DVD.
Okay.
Is that Pam? Or was it after her time?
I don't know. It's got Carmen Electra.
Oh.
I mean,
That's probably after
it's got
Pam.
Carmen Electra in it.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman era?
I have no idea.
What year?
Probably.
2000 probably.
No, it's after Rodman.
I don't know. All I know is like that was when what was Columbia Records? Remember that they send you all
Oh, there
this-
was a space shuttle.
It's
What?
Somewhat relevant. Yeah. They send you the 12 CDs for a penny.
Oh
Columbia
yeah.
Music House.
Wow.
They had a DVD section, the movie section, where they would send you whatever. So I got 12 DVDs for a penny, and then they started sending me DVDs at $40 a pop. But I don't get into that.
Damn, I
but
forgot
one
about
of them
that.
that I chose was Baywatch Hawaiian Vacation because I'm like, what? They'll just ship it to my house because I was 12. 13.
I don't have it.
I don't have it.
Derek's lost his bottle opener, just like the Titanic popping.
No,
Just like oop, you're dead.
so
That's probably what it sounded like, right? Someone's like,
okay, no.
"Is there a
so-
crack?" Right?
What is this rated for again?
Hold on, hold on, wait.
Oh boy, shouldn't be laughing at that.
Oh.
Yo.
Thanks for calling in the Trash Talk.
Hi. Sure.
Well, I think still think the Titanic's pretty neat.
So how do you feel about everything you've learned so far about that submarine, the company that made it and stuff? Like they had a Logitech video game controller
Yeah.
for piloting the sub.
Yeah.
And did you hear about when they had an issue before where the communication got cut off when they were test diving? Or no, I don't even know if it was
No,
test
I didn't know
diving.
that.
And a person that was like one of the guests but didn't go on the submarine specifically, so they cut off Wi-Fi in the boat so nobody could like send anything out about it, and try to keep it under wraps.
This was beforehand?
Yeah, it's like last year or something.
Oh, damn. So how many times did you think he had done this? That's what I
I'm kind of wondering if like the time last year was no, I just lost my train of thought. No, if that was like the first time maybe, and they lost communication and didn't go all the way down. And they're like, okay, well, we'll try to fix this and then we'll take people out again. And just figured if it fails, it fails. But
So is that how
said he
they?
had a catastrophic failure.
Is that how they were alerted to right away? He lost communication, and everyone's like,
They
something's
lost
wrong.
communication again, I want to say. They were trying to do everything like super cheap. Like, there was actually like a list of like the shit they used to build it, and it's just ridiculous.
I've heard like just the safety was not a concern. Or what is
All
it?
right, I'm back. They use a Logitech.
Yeah.
Like that one, okay?
What's the
They
safety
use-
stuff?
They
He
use
said.
carbon fiber and titanium instead of just pure titanium for the hull.
Oh fuck!
Is this what James Cameron came out and said about it?
That's just what they did. To cut costs.
The glass
So-
wasn't the porthole was only
We're rated for
rated
now
for
you're-
1,300
yeah.
meters.
So the math was, at when that porthole breaks to fill that sub, which is only 6 feet long, would take 29 milliseconds. It takes the human brain. It takes the human brain roughly 150 milliseconds to register pain. So the good news is they didn't feel it. They were having a good time going, oh, we're going to use Titanic, and then just it's literally faster than that. So they
So,
probably
At one
done-
point, though, they said they did hear tapping in the area they expected to find it.
Funny enough, they talked about that in 2017. They were looking for another crashed sub, and it was a organic. Some animal was making that noise. Some sea creature was making this banging noise.
That's still a different shipwreck.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing, but a different place.
So you're just saying it's possible something else made a noise and they picked it up.
Yes.
Of course, that's possible.
Yeah, things make noise all the time.
Because there's a precedent for it. Because when they were searching for a deep sea.
Well, and you're
submersible.
so far down. Of course, you're gonna hear noises. If
Yeah.
you're trying to listen to it all the way to the bottom, But
Of course, my first thought is, what's down there? What's like? Oh, thanks. Just like making snacks out of stuff.
yeah.
That's
You don't
scary.
think it was some sort of setup?
No, I think it was just incompetence.
Well, and they haven't said who's on it yet. Like,
There's some billionaires or
yeah,
something,
but,
right?
like,
That's what
anyone
I've heard.
Of note, like
Well,
big,
what's
like,
up with the
fancy,
kid that was like one of the billionaire's stepson went out partying and like started all this beef with some famous people for going to a Blink-182 concert and trying to like have Cardi B or somebody like
What?
do something because his dad's dead or something like that. And all these people were like, fuck you, dude. Like, because he was all just partying. I were saying, like, yeah, your dad's stuck in this tube in the middle of the ocean if he's even alive still. And he's like, yeah, I'll go party.
He didn't happen to
And
have
make a big deal of it.
a wolf's head on, did he?
Probably celebrating. I'm going to get an inheritance.
You're making a what reference you making?
With the fucking Kansas City weirdo.
Oh, the KC Wolf guy?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
hell,
Wolf-
Jesus,
Wolfman?
dude, that was
Oh,
that
not
what it's
KC
called?
Wolf. That's their actually official mascot.
What's the guy called? Though? He doesn't have. didn't he-
Chiefsaholic.
That's right.
He's on the lam still. He's still getting away from the police.
Yeah, I thought he went on the run. That's why I thought he was gonna show up in a fucking submarine or taking advantage of it somewhere. Seems like something a fucking chiefaholic would do, right?
Probably got a new
Yeah.
identity by now.
Well, that's what I'm just saying. It was
Oh
a
my-
fucking crazy story,
What the
just
fuck
like
kind
that
of
guy's a
poll
crazy story.
I think all of a sudden you get like a new Chiefsaholic 2 Twitter handle.
Either way,
I'm bet.
I do.
Titanic-holic.
I mean, if this guy's company or whatever,
He's dead too.
yeah. But
So-
so whoever takes over, I guess, also needs
No
to
one's
like.
taking over.
Well, like, yeah, dissolve it. Like, well, we're not doing that again.
Round 2.
Yeah.
Tickets are $1.
Sell this stuff to someone or whatever. I would like to know James Cameron's opinion on it.
What?
Why?
Like submarine?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's like gone and visited the Titanic like 300 times or
Oh.
something.
Yeah.
Maybe not that
He's
many.
addicted to it.
I
I
don't
don't
think
even
it's-
like it. So boring, but I have
I don't
to
think
do
it's
it.
How would he
300
have made the
times,
other movies
but-
since then?
What?
If he was addicted to going to go see the Titanic wreckage.
No. Well, he's made Avatar. Avatar Way of the Water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It explains a lot, doesn't
Still
it?
haven't seen it. What you said, it was bad.
I have not seen the
No,
new
it's
one.
not. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, but can you imagine Titanic 2, the Titanicing, or Titanic? What do you call What do you call the sequel to Titanic? Jesus Christ, the sequel to Titanic. What would you call it?
The Rising.
Fuck you! Shut up, dickhead. Fine.
If it's a sequel,
So it's like Christine
Dude, that would
invents
be
a
the
boat.
perfect porn parody. The Rising. I'm so hard.
let's come back up. Let's go to the top.
And it breaks in half.
Let's go party with that iceberg. They fuck the iceberg and it becomes whole again. I don't know. The Rising, man.
Starts fucking the ice.
Oh, okay. Okay, but what about?
Because the shark or the Titanic is an inanimate object. The Rising.
Yeah, but what if it was Titanic, but it was
reborn.
Christine. You know Stephen King's
When
Christine
she goes crazy.
with the limo, the killer limo.
What? Oh, like yeah,
The limo becomes sentient and starts hunting down people to like puke there or whatever. It kills people, but this time it's the whole fucking Titanic is like hunting people, but they're all dead anyway.
People that got away.
Yeah. But it's been so long they're all dead, and the Titanic has a existential crisis because why does it exist if it's not supposed to hunt down the people that abandoned it?
So it tries to like go up the rivers and everything.
I don't
fucking
just
shit up
understand.
everywhere it
It's just a
goes.
documentary of Cameron going to see Titanic at like 5 times a year.
And they have then him and the Titanic and James Cameron start get a romantic relationship going because of course.
No, he just stares and jerks
Yeah.
off into the wall.
No, I'm thinking
Full-on
like
All the
Strider's
submarines and everybody's in there like, dude, again? This is the last time, I swear.
Hey,
Said the last 50.
hey,
you'd have to
hey.
definitely make fun of James
Hey,
Cameron.
the submarine is Scotch guarded, okay? He can afford it.
Scotch
He can afford Scotch guard.
Well, in this
doesn't wanna pay
alternate
for it.
movie's
He wants it to
reality,
be messy.
the submarine survives. The Titanic just gets like swept up in some fucking undersea creature that recreates it and throws it back out. And it's
Do you
on
think
a
when he goes
rampage.
down to his submarine and looks at the Titanic, like if he was to be, blowing a wad, he's playing that same scene from the movie at the same time.
God.
I
You
made
know,
that. Oh,
you
I'll
think
make
he's
this. Oh.
down there watching
I
Titanic,
made you.
jerking
I made
off.
you.
He's got a couch.
watching the Titanic? I'm just gonna be an hour, guys, down here.
He has
Why-
the special director's
so he's
cut
by
extended
himself-
version.
He's by himself watching Titanic, jerking off Titanic, looking over Titanic, going, "This is for you."
But it actually wouldn't even be the Kate Winslet scene. It would
No,
be
it'd
like,
just be the Titanic.
Yeah.
We breaks, the Titanic breaks in half. He's like, "Oh, yeah."
it would be the
Oh, you're
iceberg,
dirty.
too, though. He'd be spanking himself.
Oh, yeah, the iceberg got up and in you.
Oh, you're all real wet,
Oh,
aren't you?
God, it's so inside you.
You're gushing water, aren't you?
So cold.
Oh, yeah, show me
You
your
like it
steerage,
cold.
baby. Show me that steerage.
Oh, you tore me.
Are you there?
Because it does. It
Gross.
fucking slices them open. I feel
You're
like
not gonna abandon that ship, are you?
Got the old glacier wound. Derek, you
You
familiar with?
get pounded from the side.
what?
Because it went to this. All right, Derek, are you familiar with the term hatchet wound?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I said glacier wound, and you didn't react.
Oh, well, it wasn't correlating with a.
It would have to be like an ice pick wound.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
That's what I give him.
That's fucked up. Just like stab him right.
What the fuck? What? No, I'm saying I have needle dick. That's
Now
the
you
joke.
poop out your pussy.
It's not me killing somebody with an ice pick. Jesus.
And that's what they do with them, though. You just fucking ice pick.
He
them.
got a shit poop.
What else you doing with an ice pick? Not picking up ice.
That's. I'm making a small dick joke, and I don't
Okay.
know if you're on.
I guess I get that. You should have said I'm a ice.
No, you said you called
Ice
it,
baby.
You called it ice
No,
pick wound, and I said that's what I call it because that's what I give them or whatever I said.
Yeah, no,
Because
that's
I've-
what you said.
you know-
That's what I have. Is an ice
So
pick.
I
anyway.
don't know if I'm giving them. Whatever.
Give 'em
I got
an
a needle
ice
dick.
pick.
Is what I'm saying.
Needle dick.
Your name is Needle Dick.
All right. Well,
That's the premise
So
of the
is the
thanks.
Are we done with the submarine?
If another company comes out in the next 5 to 7 years with another commercial submarine that will take it to the Titanic.
Everyone,
This was
beware.
$250,000, but if like, well, this is $350,000. If you had the type of cash to burn, would you do it?
Actually, yeah.
There'll be other companies that would successfully do it. There'll be a lot of safety
Yeah,
regulations.
Other companies. So I'm saying that's not the. Would you pay $250,000 to go see
It's in
Titanic
international
if you had
waters. They're just like, whatever.
I think there's actually the better things underneath the ocean to go look at.
it? Like Cthulhu, first off.
Find Cthulhu.
That's what happened.
Go find
Obviously.
Atlantis.
Obviously, that's what happened.
You know, I think there's a lot of ancient structures underneath
yeah.
the water.
Yeah, I bet you fucking do. Fucking younger
I mean,
tribes
totally science.
wanna be-
We know there are. We
You're-
know there are.
I think I'm going to use this term for the first time in my life. You are a younger Dryas stan.
A stand for
Stan,
it?
yeah. Which I'm still I'm
No,
sure how
I,
that word is
I'm
used.
not.
Hail, Stan.
Hail, San. Yeah, I'm not a. I don't know if I would say a stand for it. I would say I'm more of a youngest Dryas simp.
Because you know you're never going to get it.
Yeah, I probably never will go on one of the trips, but it would be
That'd
really
cool.
dope
At
as
this point,
fuck.
Titanic is fucking powder.
Honestly, I'm thinking about signing up for an Egypt trip. I think it would be dope as fuck. Go see the
Yeah.
pyramids.
Have fun.
I would see the
You know-
pyramids for sure.
you know
That'd be
the
sick as fuck.
Pyramids are
Yeah.
like 10 feet from like the rest of Cairo.
It's definitely more than 10 feet.
It's exceptionally close.
But
Yes.
that does not matter. There's also lots of other things in Egypt I would like to see.
It's always been a great place for a city. Thus, pyramids.
I'd rather go to Turkey.
It's been a city there for thousands of years.
Most likely
Maybe
more.
millennia.
Yeah. Yeah. See, he simps.
Dude, I am simp so hard.
Some for rocks. Ooh, culture. Ooh, your culture's so dead, baby. What language is that? I don't know it.
What
Oh,
color?
no one
do you,
knows
what
it.
color do you think Cleopatra was?
Oh,
Isn't
easy,
she Greek?
easy.
Most likely.
Easy. Beautiful. She was the color beautiful.
She was definitely beautiful.
She had, probably had hairy armpits.
Oh yeah, I bet she had a fucking big old bush.
Dude, if you grew up then.
Fucking Macedonian bush.
I just thought it was more aggressive than just bush.
I call this one the Clydesdale. It's a big old horse.
No, but she was royalty, so she was
Ew.
probably bathed and
Oh, yeah. No, she
Bathed
was
and
covered
shaved.
in perfumed oils.
yeah,
With a
exactly.
fair olive skin, dark
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, I
Damn,
bet she.
Derek.
I bet she was sexy as fuck. I mean, she was
Making
also
me
wearing
hard.
gold. Probably could see her little nipples sticking out and shit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, no, she definitely had firm tits.
Yeah.
A very full bosom.
The royal gown was just her titties pushed up, just like the statue in the South Park.
You can't say titties about
Cleopatra.
the pharaoh.
You can't say pharaoh titties. But the pharaoh.
Oh,
Her titties were fair.
that's pretty awesome.
You.
Hail Satan!
Hail!
Hail Satan!
That's like, oh, the Pharaoh's coming.
I don't want to get too far into this, but I was hearing something about recorded history of the ancient Egypt was like 7,000 BC or something like that. Whatever. But the history of what they're finding of like ancient documents, and everything, of going back
Like 12,000 plus years.
15,000 years for one dynasty, whatever, or one ruling class or whatever, and then before that another 25,000 years.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Let's hear more about that. And hopefully it's not just conjecture and pseudo bullshit.
No,
We had a world flood, man. Washed a lot of shit away.
Simping ain't easy, but it is for you.
don't you simp to the Bible?
What the
A lot
fuck?
of cultures have that story, though.
Yeah, it's called all religion.
Yeah.
What simp
so
to
are
the
you?
Bible?
I thought you were a Bible simper.
Why would you think that? What the fuck?
I don't know. You don't believe in?
We almost went the way of the dinosaurs.
I thought you were raised.
Yo, Journey, you got your vape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what killed dinosaurs.
May I?
Vaping.
The dinosaurs couldn't vape.
Do you know that for sure?
I'm pretty
I
sure.
saw a fossilized vape next to a T-Rex. I swear to God. He was trying to hit it. He couldn't. His arm was too short.
He's like, well, at first we thought
Yeah,
he
he
was
died trying to smoke a
But let me
vape.
go back. Let me go back.
At first we thought
I
he was
still-
trying to suck his dick, but turns out it was a jewel.
I still thought you kind of were
Creamsicle flavor.
accepting the science and stuff of a worldwide flood,
What?
sea level rise
No.
at all.
No.
So you're a climate denier? You're
No.
saying?
What are you,
What the
John?
fuck? You're talking about a catastrophic flood.
Yeah, it's recorded
And then-
in history.
And then you go,
There's multiple of them. They've
and
recorded
then you
it.
say, oh,
Even
so
in
you're
the
a climate
bedrock.
denier? That's not the... That's
So you
that
don't
chub.
believe in the flood, the climate changing?
I don't believe in Beatles.
That's not the same thing. You're not talking about the same fucking
But what
thing.
do you believe in?
You're
do you
making a
believe in the flood?
12,000 year jump.
Floods. Do you
No.
believe in them?
I mean, there were landscape altering floods. Yes, not one gigantic flood.
and
that
how
covered the full
old
fucking
do you
Earth.
think humans are?
Do you agree that maybe a worldwide
mid-30s?
cataclysm took up the dinosaurs? What means it couldn't happen again? Or has happened
Who said-
recently?
who said
You
it
never think there's been an advanced culture. An
You are.
With
This is the
space
absolute
lasers.
definition of putting words in someone's mouth.
I'm
never.
no, I'm
once
trying
said
to ask.
that.
I want,
You don't believe in space lasers?
No, I want to. I just
I
want to
believe
get.
in the gay frogs.
I know we've talked about this before, but I just want to understand for sure you don't think any advanced civilization could have gotten knocked out. And I say advanced,
No.
that's just more of like a culture that has risen up and navigated.
John, you've never told us
traded.
that you don't believe in
Okay.
space lasers.
But he
there
doesn't believe
is-
it. That's what he admitted to it.
You don't believe that?
You don't think any culture
I
could
have
get
said,
wiped
I'm
you
not
out?
have
in
literally
culture,
been
but-
talking
No,
this
I'm
whole
asking.
time, and you were having the
You just said
conversation
no.
with me.
You just
for
said
you.
no.
I didn't say a goddamn thing. You just keep fucking talking,
It's true.
asshole.
You're right.
The probability of a lost advanced civilization is not zero, but in the couple, I'd say about 100 years of modern archaeology trying to find things, we've uncovered things in Turkey that were that are multiple thousand years old. But unless there's some gigantic, the borehole.
Mesopotamia.
So the borehole up in
But the-
Arabia.
Norway,
But the coastline's
is
changed.
There's
the
those-
borehole in Norway goes down 20 kilometers, something like that, and they're finding fossilized things and all these things down there along the way. Nothing to indicate any kind of technology. Ain't nothing inorganic.
What would survive from a culture that gets wiped out?
I don't know. We haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
God, fuck.
They have found things though.
But think about the metal. Say most any
There,
advanced culture.
there
would you
are all
say-
those
would you-
out of place artifacts.
Yes or no?
What are we talking
You
about
think an
specifically
advanced-
right
Jesus Christ! How about you fucking listen instead of just interjecting? And now we're off topic. Great. We just wrote.
now? Are you talking about this hole in Norway or whatever still? Or
Yes.
20,000? They haven't found anything. I mean, that's like sticking a needle into a massive sphere and being like, well, I didn't
But
find
they found a
anything.
lot of shit. Nothing that didn't
Well,
belong.
Yeah, you're going to find stuff every time you poke the earth 20 meters or whatever it is. 200 meters?
2 kilometers. 20 kilometers.
20 kilometers.
It's very, very deep. It's taken. They started in 1975. They've been digging. They've been drilling straight.
For any reason other than research?
Nope. Just science. Just to see if they could do it. And
Why did
see
they
what's down
pick
there.
that spot?
I fucking know. Because probably it was. I don't fuck you. I don't know. I'm not in charge
I'm
of it.
just wondering.
24,000-year-old statue they found.
Okay.
24,000-year-old strata.
Was that in India?
Spain.
Cool.
How is it in that shape? 24,000 years old?
That was the strata
What's
they
the
found
source
it in.
of that picture?
Wikipedia. The Lady of Elche. That's why I couldn't think about it.
All right, let me look up something.
Well, anyway.
Oh, here's a really
Oldest-
good one. Here's a really good one of it.
Okay, great.
Look at that thing.
Okay.
How the fuck would they make that
Dude,
24,000
The
years
Lowen
with their
ago?
hands.
and Venus of Hohlfels, both from Germany, are the oldest confirmed statuettes in the world, dating to 35,000 to 40,000 years ago. Again, Wikipedia. Yeah, they're like simple little...
No, I'm talking about Lady of Elche.
What would you require a civilization to have to be considered advanced?
seafaring abilities, navigating the stars. You know,
You
like
mean
mathematics,
by the stars.
trading with other cultures, communicating, building things. You know,
When I
like
went to Chichen Itza,
medieval even. Maybe.
we went to like
But not even.
all the pyramids there, and they had like the main I think pyramid of the sun. I think it
the
was
jewel.
Yeah, they had this. So they had discovered, and you probably heard about all of those pyramids were like layers of older and older pyramids that started off as like mounds, and they started making bigger and bigger until they had pyramids. And on one side of the inner chambers, they keep finding new entrances in through the capstones. And there's a black jaguar with 2 huge green emerald eyes. They radiocarbon dated it, and that are cut, you know, like cut. And radiocarbon dated it and did a chemical analysis. They came from China.
Oh yeah.
And they knew that they were at least 12,000 to 13,000 years old.
Dude, that has to be cursed. A jaguar with emerald eyes?
Most
Come on,
likely.
It's got to be cursed.
Also, the Olmec heads are from super long ago, and they're like African people.
Yeah.
I Tucker Carlson that.
Okay.
Here's the oldest
But-
known statue
No, if you took Carlson, you just say
in the
N-word.
world. Oldest known statue in the world.
Yeah, I've
Titties.
seen that one. I've seen that one.
And a huge
That's
vagina.
a fat bitch.
fertility
Dude,
goddess.
It's basically a statue of tits and vagina, and
Oh,
then
no.
they fit a body in
No,
around
that's
it.
It
a
was
fossilized fleshlight.
No, that is a hatchet wound.
most likely
That-
a fertility
that's a
goddess,
Jesus Christ.
because that's what that was the beautiful woman at the time.
Yeah. It's such a huge. It's funny.
Yeah, you show a lot of wealth if you got a big old lady back.
Big pussy. Look how rich I am.
Yeah. Yeah, because you've just been feeding her and taking that good care of her. I don't know. Do you think a culture could get wiped out and then go back to the Stone
What's your-
Age like that?
Yes, what's your net worth? Oh, about 2 fists. All right,
Yeah, why
I'm sorry,
wouldn't
I'm
you? You know, people always start specializing in things, you know, and then that knowledge of that trade or whatever it might be
Gets
gets
lost.
lost with the people that know it because not everybody knows it. So you might, if something catastrophic happens, you might have, you know, a very small handful compared to what you had of people with those knowledge, and who knows where they're at. Depends on the, I guess, range of destruction.
Anytime, and actually, that like a culture would collapse, the only ones that would survive are like indigenous people.
How hard do you think it would
like
be?
the Amazon?
Farmers, people that just know how to use the land.
Yeah, exactly. And you almost have to have a cave system.
How hard do you think it would be to get a Zoom show going with a host?
All they
of
wanted to
you
do
know,
was a
big-
zoom.
A big YouTube.
Zoom. What? A
big-
game show?
A big YouTube channel that he does archaeology. To have a Zoom podcast with this dude, so we can explain all this shit because we're talking out our ass.
You want to go to someone?
I want to Zoom with someone. How hard do you think it would be to get someone to Zoom with us on our?
Probably pretty hard. Do I get a pick?
No, it's the guy. It's the specific guy. God damn it!
Do you
Now
have
my-
someone in mind?
Yes.
Who?
Milo
Why?
something from
Milo?
Because you think
something.
he debunks it.
from Menace.
Because last
No.
name something?
Jesus.
Do you know the guy?
Because they haven't fully found it. Like, yes, there is no full evidence of a lost ancient civilization. But there would be nothing left because it's all flooded. It's all underwater right now. Or it's lost. Because things fucking break down. People reuse stuff. Like,
So my question
even,
to you
even the
is-
pyramids have been fucking picked
So
apart.
the question to you is that you can I fucking get to, please.
Yeah.
Would a advanced civilization to be advanced? I would personally, I would require that civilization. I would require that civilization to have metallurgical technology. That's why I asked, what do you consider?
I would
advanced?
agree. I would agree. For sure. But you know what would be
That was really hard to say, and I'm glad I pulled it off.
you know what would be salvaged first? Metal.
Yes,
It would be the first
But is
thing.
there evidence of extracting that metal from the earth?
But how long does metal take to decompose?
A very
Most iron and
very
copper
long time.
will dissolve.
no. So lead.
For 10,000 years?
So lead, it comes from, I think, damn it, I saw some really cool succinct math thing
Oh,
again.
because you can tell it's in the atmosphere.
no, the fact that
That's
we
only
have lead-
industrial age.
The fact that we have lead disproves young Earth creationism. It proves how old the Earth is because lead comes from like cesium, comes from something else, lead is like the end inert result of a bunch of radioactive shit that dates back super long. Why are you wearing the? And
So I like the mask.
I didn't even see it.
so metal
likes the
metal
mask.
doesn't it wouldn't break down. Are we talking like 100,000 years ago? We're talking like Halo Forerunner old.
Some people do believe that. That's why I don't like. I don't think we're 3,000. 300,000 years old. 100,000? Maybe. I think civilization might have fallen a few times.
I mean, but the fact that
They say
know
modern man
evidence-
is about roughly 250,000 years.
They're pushing it back now
Are
further.
they?
I'm pretty sure. I would say 50 or 500 is what they've accepted. But we're most likely even older than that.
Accepted by whom?
I don't know.
Lame.
Fringe scientists?
People debate it still, obviously, but there's also all the different
I wouldn't be
branches,
surprised.
like the Denisovans that they found in Russia.
I was waiting for the fucking Denisovans you brought up.
Well,
Fuck you.
they're out there. We don't know about them. They're just like some other branch of the species, or I don't know exactly. I don't know all the science on it, but
Hominids?
they're not around anymore. But their DNA is still part of us, I think. And they were drilling like things and stuff. They had jewelry. They were showing art capabilities back then. Maybe they were just like hiding down in a cave after
Maybe
shit went
aliens are
down.
manipulating our DNA to bring us slowly along.
See, that's the thing. I think Derek prefers alien theory to my younger Dryas ancient civilizations.
No, I think it's
Are you-
definitely ancient civilizations.
Yeah, but you think you're dead set on aliens have done it.
What, caused a comet
Part
or
of it.
whatever to hit the Earth
Have
12, 13,000 years ago?
specifically have they interfered with our DNA?
I can't prove that.
But you think that.
I ponder that.
It's possible. I'll give you that. It's possible. Whether likely,
The ancient texts speak a lot about sky gods coming down and doing
yes,
stuff.
I think
There's even tablets with like DNA strands, the double
yeah,
helix.
but they could all be time travelers, or are aliens just interfering? Does that mean they actually interfere with the DNA?
John's getting a nosebleed.
Just because aliens
Can't even handle this.
Because there's aliens visiting us now from the sky.
John definitely has an anal probe
Something-
over anyone else in this room, more than likely.
Something's flying over the
Most
skies.
likely person in this room to have an anal
trying to
probe.
blow my cover, you son of a bitch.
We all know something's floating in the skies. Right? There's evidence of that now. We've all accepted UFOs are a thing.
Not everyone is accepted. The government is not officially accepted.
Well, but
why
there's
they
all
changed
this
the
whistle
UAPs
blowing,
now.
and everyone's just
Well,
like,
we're gonna change the acronym.
no. But they admit there's something out there that
First
they
it was
don't
saucers.
they don't know what
People
it is.
called them
There's something
saucers,
there's
and the
something
government
else.
said UFO.
Something
Now
out
they're
there.
saying UAP.
They've admitted there's something that we've seen it. It's real footage. We don't know what it is. They've admitted that. So why
That
wouldn't
is true.
Why wouldn't they be here throughout time? You know,
Yeah, that's the whole theory.
You're
They've been
not
here for.
posing any
They're the
new
ones that
questions.
manipulated some great apes' fucking DNA.
no. I just want to know you understand your opinion. You would agree with that, though. That if they're here
Sure.
now, they've probably been here before.
Probably.
So that's
the
understandable.
probability is not zero, but also I assume the aliens invented the Brazilian butt lift.
They probably do like big
They
butts.
all have
And they
Brazilian
cannot
butt
lie.
lifts.
Yeah, I mean that's probably.
Oh, just one
Would
of
you
those
eat
fat
an
ass
alien
aliens.
Brazilian butt lifted butthole?
Yes. Just a bunch of big thick aliens.
Jesus. So John, I'm just trying to figure out what you believe in without it not just be
He
butts.
believes in nothing, Zabasky.
He believes in butts. Sounds like.
Fair. You're the fucking nihilist around here.
You do believe in God, then?
Oh.
If not, if God is not a alien, no, you are a straight narcissist. Then
That's not narcissist, it's nihilist, you fucking asshole. Actually, you know what? You know what? You might not be far off.
it's kind of the same thing.
It is not.
No, I know. I'm not here to diagnose you. I just wanted to ask what you believe in.
Well, you're smoking your pipe. Go ahead. Let's go get the fucking couch, and we'll fucking do this on the couch. You'll fucking.
You tell me what you believe, and I'll tell you if it's real. Tell me what you see right now.
See, dickhead.
I don't know how we got on over that tangent, but yeah.
You got you,
Well,
you started simping for ancient
And
civilization.
So that's why then I realized, oh, Derek's a simp for aliens,
I love alien shit.
big butt aliens.
What? Butt aliens?
Big butt
Big butt
aliens.
aliens.
I don't picture them that way in my head, but I'm not saying it's not impossible.
You'd like that.
But
But
aliens.
butt aliens.
Okay. What else is
Butt
on
stuff
the besides alien butts? What's on the list tonight?
I have a follow-up story.
After
So this comes from a while
From the
ago.
sub?
We talked about this, and then now there was apparently some court action that took a while to get through. Do you recall when a guy was due all this back pay, including overtime, and an owner of an auto body shop was refusing to pay him, and then he was finally, I think, court ordered to,
Oh, yeah.
and he paid the guy in nothing but pennies,
oh yeah,
thousands of dollars in
You
pennies.
talking about this last week? No, that was you.
that was a
found-
different.
A
That
long
was a
time ago.
different.
Yeah,
pennies
well,
one.
it's 2 penny
So
stores
now,
in a year.
that owner, because so apparently there's all this stuff that came out then. I don't know what was going on with this guy's personal finances or what happened with his employees, but I think people were demanding he was making them all work overtime and not paying them overtime money. So then he invited them all into his office one at a time and here's your paycheck, and we're tearing it in half and shit. So now
Fucking what the fuck?
I don't know if he paid a lot of other people in pennies, but the one guy made the news. He now owes over $40,000, which originally was something like $10,000, $12,000. He was supposed to pay all these people, and he's paying a hell of a lot more now.
That
Oh,
sucks.
less than $20,000. Basically, $20,000 is what he owed the employees, and because of how he was treating them, what he did, and the penny incident or more with the pennies potentially, he had to double that and pay it all out to everybody.
Good.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Wow.
Yeah, paying somebody pennies
Wow.
like that, it's like no bank's taking that amount of pennies. We just talked about that last week, the week before.
Point that we have a point of precedence on that. So yeah, interesting.
I just took my change in. Got like $60.
Nice. What'd you do? Go out to eat?
Yeah, I just put it in my bank account.
Oh.
But it was nice to get rid
Smart.
of this change because I feel like I've had it forever.
You do because it just builds up. You finally go, oh fuck, I got change.
Well, yeah, but
I
it-
cashed
it's
out my
been a
change
long
one time
time.
here like a year and a half ago almost. And it was, I think I ended up having $160.
Nice.
Yeah. I think mine was top. Was 100.
But I would always I used to take all my cash I'd have it in my
Yeah.
pocket the other night and I just throw it in there.
Yeah.
So I had a ton of ones. I think I had 120 in there.
Have they ever like?
A while ago, I went to cash and I have a small cup of change. So I went to go dump it. I dumped it out and there was $1,000 in the bottom of the cup.
What?
I was like, what the fuck is...
Damn.
I forgot I put it there.
Hiding that shit down the
I
bottom.
was like, whoa!
No, that's a nice find though.
That's a mortgage right there. Fuck
What's
yeah.
the uncle from the vacation movies? He had all those cans of money
Eddie?
buried in his yard.
Oh yeah. I think it was almost like
Crazy
it was
Eddie.
like-
Uncle
Yeah,
Eddie.
Uncle Eddie.
It wasn't like a grand, like a nice. It was a bunch of different, denominations. But I'm not sure where, like how it accumulated over, probably a decade, because it was just solid.
But you were,
It wasn't clear. It was like a jar thing that was like a
so you put a bunch of cash on top of those.
Yeah, that at some point I must have just started dumping pennies. I don't know how the fuck it happened, but I wasn't upset about it. Anyway,
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm not
find.
trying to sit here saying I got fucking cash sitting in my house because I
Well,
don't.
I was gonna ask, what was like if you ever changed it in and found anything in your money or whatever. You said
Yeah, $1,000.
$1,000, pretty nice. I was the one time they handed me back a bullet.
What the fuck?
That's 22. They're just like, oh, this was in here. I was like, oh shit.
Who handed that to you?
So the bank.
Well, yeah, but did you cash it in?
Oh,
Skylar?
you had a bullet in your
Did
chain.
you cash it in Skylar though? Because they'd be like, oh, look, another bullet.
Yeah,
Thank God it didn't go
basically.
off.
No, it was just
no.
a bullet, not the
They
entire
they
round.
have a special thing.
So it was the whole
uh,
bullet. Was it the whole round? Or just
It
the
was
bullet?
a fucking
Jacket.
Oh, it was a live round. Oh fuck! I thought it was just the slug.
Yeah. But yeah, it was Skylar.
How often do you think
and
that
it
happens
was
in
like-
Nebraska?
Dude, probably a lot.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
Wait,
I'm
and
sure.
anywhere outside of the city, all I can think is like you get your pipe. God
Was
damn,
this
they
in,
paid
like, Skylar or
they paid me.
Columbus?
It was Skylar, for sure.
I just imagine they pull out a handful of things like, God damn, they gave me the change. Except, the premise is
I wonder if
instead
banks,
of money,
when
they
they put
gave
your
you a
change
handful
in,
of
if they have, like, a
22s.
filter to catch shit like that.
They
so
just
there's-
like
Yeah,
they
they
have
have-
like a shaker thing that like filters stuff out that only change will fit into. There's a lot of different ways they've like filtered out because I've also gotten like, hey, you had a Canadian penny in here. It's like, what the fuck? I don't want this now.
Yeah, they
I
always
wonder-
find those. I had a couple times like Canadian quarter, and you're like, God damn it.
I think they just
wonder
like
how
end up
many,
back in my jar, and then I
Yeah.
get them again. or
I
whatever.
keep them.
I'm curious how many rare coins have just gone through and people don't know.
Disappeared.
Yeah,
Well-
well, you could have a $5,000 nickel,
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
just
for
had no
sure.
idea. They
Just
just-
like from a certain year or whatever.
or a misprint, or a blah blah blah. Yeah,
I
so-
have a number of wheat pennies, but I don't know if any of them are like worth that much.
It
money.
would be.
what I'm
I have
saying
a
is
couple
money
Indian
that's worth
heads
more than money.
actually.
Just
I
money
like
worth
to
more-
collect the
you know.
bicentennial quarters too. I got a ton of those.
Yeah, I filled out the.
The 50s.
Oh yeah, I was so excited because
I have
Nebraska.
a couple
At the time,
Sacagaweas, I think.
those are dollar coins.
Yeah.
We're talking about the quarters.
Yeah. Well, I'm just
States.
telling
You collected
what I
all the
have in my
states?
collection.
You shouldn't be included. You
It,
shouldn't
it,
be included.
it took me too long. I was like, oh, all the states haven't come out yet. I'm just gonna spend.
Yeah,
these.
but by the time this, like, I think when I was like sixth grade, they started doing that, and I go, and Nebraska's coming out in like 2017. And we're like, fuck this! I just threw it away with the quarters in it because I'm a fucking idiot kid.
yeah, that's pretty dumb. So you put like 2 of them in there because I think
I filled
a
up a bunch of them, and then I found out
there was
that-
only like a couple a year or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the Nebraska quarter wasn't coming out for so fucking long. I was like, oh, I'll give a shit. I'm from Nebraska.
Yeah, I remember just like always checking them out. Yeah, I got this one, a couple of these.
Yeah, I had the booklet and everything. It was fun until it was.
I used to have a
Realized it
penny
was
collection
stupid.
too because I had a bunch of rare ones and shit from.
Oh,
Because there's
Have you
4
ever-
different places that make the penny or whatever, so you have to have one from each year or whatever.
oh, okay.
It was quite a stack.
did your parents ever get into the commemorative coins?
My grandpa actually had a really nice collection of all these old U.S. coins dating back even into the 1800s, and he might
That's
have had
different,
something
though.
from 1700s.
Nice.
But I guess he would like go around like door to door when he would hear about people that like had an odd coin, and he would offer them like the value of like, so this is a 50-cent piece, but it's from 1850. He's like, I'll give you 2 quarters for that, and they're like, okay, because they just wanted money, you know,
Yeah.
like I can't use this anymore.
Yeah.
So my grandpa went around and collected them all.
Oh, so you had a
And
whole
so,
bunch?
Yeah, I saw like a second cousin or something of mine. So my mom's cousin, was like really obsessed with it. Stole it one time, and my grandpa figured out who stole it. They had like, a big family reunion or something at their house,
Ooh.
and he showed the kid the coins, and he got like really like like super excited by it.
Yeah.
He didn't get all the coins back though. Some of them were missing. He said he gave them away to some friends.
Oh.
So
Spent
he
'em,
just stole them and spent them,
Effectively,
Or
not all of them, like
he
some of it.
pawned it at least, or like
He gave some to his friends. They weren't able to recover. Basically, all the kids like he gave coins to, they all went and spent some coins.
was he out of the will?
I don't even know if that guy's alive. I've never met him.
Oh, really? You said it was your cousin, second cousin.
Second cousin, yeah. So he's like 60 or more or something like that.
Okay, I don't.
Ouch. Well, anyway, my dad got into the whole infomercial commemorative coin
Ronald
collections.
Reagan's and stuff.
Like commemorative coin collections where it's like, the Twin Towers emblazoned on a silver dollar, which
Yeah.
is, it's worth as much as you want to give. It's worthless. Because even if it is actually silver, you're never going to open it up to find out. Because it's all in the acrylic, It's like, I
Is
think,
it acrylic?
yeah, was it an acrylic, like,
Like a
They put them in a
like,
case.
like a card,
They're in a case.
like a card case.
yeah, like a
Hard plastic.
like a 1/2 inch by 3 by 4, like a note card size.
Okay.
God damn, it's fucking fruit fly. But these coins, you'll never get these coins out of this. And the only thing that gives them value is that they said, "Oh, it's silver and it's the Twin Towers," or "It's silver, it's fucking."
So you don't
North-
think it's real gold?
Whatever
Silver?
it is, it's some horse shit my dad would buy off the.
I'll tell you this:
internet.
it'll be the
Hold-
first
hold on.
thing you
Off-
get in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
You gotta get that.
the
precious metal.
So you buy shit off infomercials, and then a couple years later, it's like, shit, and he throws them all in a box and just puts them in the storeroom because he realizes he's wasted his fucking money on this stuff. It felt bad, but I'm like, oh fuck, it's really easy to trick people to buy and scam people. So old people get scammed, it's like crazy. But he was like in his 50s when that shit happened.
I mean, at least it wasn't like Star Trek ones or something, Because I'm pretty sure they have that.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I guess the worst would be like who was that pastor that just died?
the evangelist.
Yeah,
Ron.
Ron. It was Ron Howard.
No, Ron Howard's a director. Yeah, so
Yeah,
God
no.
damn it.
Opie Taylor.
No,
Robert-
Happy Time.
It was something
Happy
wrong
Days.
though. I think
It's Robert.
Palmer.
His name was Robert Palmer.
Who
Um,
recently died.
damn it. Yeah, I can't remember. I know he's a scamulist.
Pat Robertson. A
guess
controversial televangelist and a leader of the religious right has died. 93 years old. Is that the guy that was like kind of creepy looking?
They're all creepy
He's
looking.
super
No,
creepy.
you're
This is the one they
you're thinking
auto-tune,
of
though.
You're thinking of Kenneth. Kenneth.
Isn't this the one they auto-tune?
no,
Or no,
no.
that's Kenneth.
No, Pat Robinson's a different guy. No, Kenneth Copeland was the one who was like, he looks like he's wearing a human face for a face. The dude looks
Yeah, I
fucking
think I know who you're
insane.
talking about.
Kind of older.
Yeah.
I
Dude.
think I know exactly who this is.
Dude, Pat Robinson. God damn it.
Which one are we talking about again?
We're talking
now?
Pat Robinson died, but you're thinking of Kenneth Copeland.
That one they auto-tune.
Who looks, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the 700 Club, that's right. I don't know. All I know is that old people watch that shit. I don't know.
Well, he was
they do.
scammy, wasn't he? Apparently,
I don't know. I honestly have no idea who
he
the
had
fuck he was.
he had a fucking griff, just like
Well, it's all things. No, the real griff is the financial freedom preacher on the late night, infomercials. Send me your money and you'll be happy.
well, that's all
that
these guys
shit?
though. He probably
Yeah,
had.
but
a
you know what
show
I'm talking
like
about,
that.
right?
No,
That
I don't
guy?
think
I need
so.
you to finance my godly yacht. So we can have Sunday
That
church service.
was it-
You could attend if you email me now.
I mean, I think they have
to get
a-
on the list.
I think a lot of
For
them do that.
$5, you can get on the list.
Yeah.
We'll draw it randomly and party on my yacht, the God yacht.
No, the
Yacht.
the financial
Yacht.
preacher or whatever. But then someone, this is like early meme videos. Someone auto, they called him the farting preacher because he'd be like, oh, I feel low, or whatever. But then someone just, dude. I mean,
I always
he
loved
would-
it when the guys would like walk around the audience and like find somebody to heal. And they like just slap them in the forehead. And like, you're healed, and like I can walk again. We used to do that when we were growing up. Just slap each other in the head right and be like, you're healed.
Oh, perfect. Boom. So the farting preacher is this dude on late night, public access, and he was a real piece of shit.
I am smelling fresh bread. God's the ovens of heaven. Heaven's bakery is cooking something up for you. God. This is the way to
Is he really farting?
Obviously not, but the way he talks, what his mannerisms are, is perfect timing.
Oh.
for farts.
Is pretty
It's-
good.
Yeah. So
That's
Does he
a
do it when
that's a
these faces?
classic.
God's waiting in his kitchen with.
but it was real big on E-bombs rolled back in the day.
Oh, I love that website.
Yeah.
I forgot about
But, like,
E-bombs.
it's weird
Remember
to be.
Faces of Death?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's not. Let's,
God, I
let's
never
go
just
ahead
seen
and
a
skip
picture
that.
of a kid's hand that went through a meat grinder.
Let's go ahead and skip all that.
It's like rotten.com.
All right. Okay. Easy.
Faces of Death.
Easy. So these
Does that bring?
easy.
Easy.
Hey,
Steady.
So these
Hey, there,
Steady.
you're all picturing
So
something
I
right
assume
now.
Pat
I know
Robert-
you don't want to picture it.
I assume Pat Robertson
Is in hell?
Was the type that would basically tell people to give him money. Maybe I don't know what he does, but I did Creflo Dollar a couple years ago.
They
It was
all ask
fucking
for money,
insane.
John.
Yeah, but I don't know what's controversial about him except the fact that he's a 93-year-old televangelist.
Oh, I'm sure
Well,
he's like
sure
an
he'll say
extreme right
horrible
wing.
shit. Yeah.
Give me $20 a day,
Well-
and it will go to the wall.
Otherwise, the queers
God,
are going to
yeah.
win.
My God.
I'm sure he had a super church. for
$75
sure. I know
or the gays will get you.
people were excited that he was.
If you don't want to be gay, give me $20, and good Lord will know on my behalf that you're not gay. Get into heaven.
That's just one of those things that's always going to happen.
And every time you have a sexual urge, send me $20.
How do you stop grifters like that?
Guns.
You don't. Grifter's been grifting since been grifting.
How do
How do I? Yeah,
He's doing
just
it right
like
now.
whores.
He's doing it right
you're
now.
grifting us?
He's doing
The
it right now.
whores? Is that what you said?
Just like whores, oldest trade, and grifters probably just as fucking
Scamming
old.
people out of pussy.
There's
Yeah.
always people scamming people.
Yeah, the grift happened right after they saw whores were valuable.
I think the South Park episode talking about religious grifting is a pretty good episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it's Cartman.
Battery's dying.
I didn't plug it in.
Idiot.
Stimpy. You idiot.
Oh, Christ. How the fuck was that a children's show?
You know what? The best part about Ren and Stimpy, to me, and it's all epitomized by the House of the Future episode. Their technology revolves around a fat man. And the
What?
scene that I think epitomizes it, the toilet of the future. They go in the bathroom. And he's like, oh, this toilet's is cold. And he like, stands up and he pushes a button and this fat man gets lowered down in chains, sits in the toilet for like a few seconds, gets raised back up and he sits down on it. Ah, just right.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
See, I didn't
made
watch
Ren
this
and
show.
Stimpy?
I
Who
did
made
not
this
watch
shit?
it.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh
watch
my
Ren
God.
and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy was hilarious.
There's
There's one where like man discovers that cat ball, fur balls from cats are a miracle cure for all these different applications, and they advertise pink eye cure. So then Ren drives Stimpy to like start licking himself more than ever, and starts checking in the fur balls. He was hacking up and cashing in on money, barely giving any to Stimpy. And it got so bad that Stimpy's literally licking off the last like lawn strip of fur before bare skin covers him everywhere. And then he breaks his furball hacker, and I think Ren ends up like going into like a submarine, enters his bloodstream to look at it from the inside and sees what happens, and then has an epiphany, and they come out and they're like, "Oh, Stimpy, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that."
See,
This is a life lesson. there.
Toxoplasmosis. That's what it was. The cat scratch fever. Toxoplasmosis from last week. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I literally just remembered that.
that sounds like a crazy Ren and Stimpy episode, but it sounds
yeah.
like that's all Ren and Stimpy episodes.
No, they're all crazy. Absolutely. They're like, you remember Angry Beavers? This is like Angry Beavers on steroids.
I really liked
while
Angry
getting fucked
Beavers.
by a wolf.
Yeah. Wow.
That
A
sounds
wolf.
Yeah.
Who's the wolf?
sexy.
Nobody.
So who's the other characters in Ren and Stimpy?
Oh, well, one time, Stimpy gives birth to a fart, raises it, and then it becomes a teenager, rebels, and leaves the house. Comes back to the house years later with a cod skeleton. And, yeah, it's literally a codfish. It's like, the classic cartoon, like the head's still there, but it's all bone, except for the fins in the very back.
Yeah.
That's what he comes back with. And then they're going to get married and eloped. So Stimpy is like, I miss you so much. And they have a whole heartwarming moment. And then he ends up
moment.
wedding them. And he finishes the episode with, I pronounce you fart and cod.
Wow. Do they ever go visit him?
Okay.
That's the end of the episode.
God, it's crazy. Okay, that
But-
honestly,
but-
hold on. Rocco's Modern Life wasn't much tamer. Now that I think about it, remember that shit?
Yeah, I vaguely remember that
Spunky.
one.
that shit was
Ew.
fucking weird.
Yeah, that one was kind of
Looking back at it, like,
Oh, remember his
Yo.
bosses all had like the green boogers coming out their nose and are just constantly picking it.
and also he's a sex worker. He's a sex phone operator.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The whale, right? Wasn't it a whale?
You're thinking of SpongeBob,
There might have been a
Rocco's
whale.
Modern Life.
No,
Maybe.
Rocco's Modern Life does not take place under the water.
but like the Fatsos, with their neighbors, whatever. That shit was fucking crazy. That was a
Ren and
kid's
Stimpy, the guy that wrote that, is the person that was the creator, Matt Groening, of King of the Hill.
That's
and
not
Beavis and
Matt-
Butthead.
That's not Matt Groening.
Oh wait,
That's
no.
The Simpsons.
Oh god, they did have.
You got it. You got it. Mike. Sound it out. Mike.
Chemical Romance.
Mike.
Just say it.
It's Mike Judge
Mike Judge.
was King of the Hill and Beavis Butthead. I don't know if he was Ren and Stimpy, but I'd believe it.
Remember
I
Powdered
don't
Toast
think
Man?
so.
I've always wanted to do that for Halloween.
I don't.
Powdered Toast Man.
I don't remember that.
See, that's what I was about to ask you though. It was like, why? What is with those? Like, there's just like little clips in between Ren and Stimpy adventures.
Yeah, they always had like they'd make their own commercials, and an ongoing commercial was log. Everyone wants a log, a log, a log. Come on and get your log. And it was literally just a fucking log, and it had all these kids playing like, "Oh, I can sun," and then like something crazy would happen.
See, I can see that was between the Angry Beavers. They would vlog. But
was fucking weird.
but that makes me think of Animaniacs because that's why I like them. Because they was
That's
like,
pretty tame.
yeah,
Real tame.
probably compared to these. But there was also different stories. That's like Pinky and the Brain. That's what, they started
yeah.
Animaniacs, and there was the
They always had a story,
Grandma
and then like
Squirrel.
a couple times in the episode they'd have like some random shit that would come on that had a quick little 30-second or less.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Animaniacs was definitely more skitty, I guess.
The only thing I remember from Ren and Stimpy was like, oh, you tried, that's nice, but it's wrong! That guy. That's all I remember from Ren and Stimpy. That old fat guy, whatever, in the overalls.
Yeah.
Remember that? And everything he says, son, but it's wrong!
Did his nipples always hang out of his overalls or something?
Probably.
They always had well-pronounced, very drawn nipples.
Everyone had nipples.
Very extreme.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Strong nipples.
They look like a ketchup fucking top.
It was kind of a big deal back in the day. Like, oh, they showed nipples. I'm thinking of like Batman. Like, oh, this is the Batman suits with nipples.
George Clooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard about that was my mom talking to her girlfriends at the house, being like, yeah, George Clooney, Batman. He's got nipples in the suit.
Is his sack pronounced too on his codpiece?
Huh?
Is his sack pronounced on his codpiece? Because that would top it off. You got the nipples and the sack.
And it's got a whole sack cod, I think.
It's like forward fitted to
When
his
Rob
dick.
Pattinson took the Batman role, he talked to some of the former Batman people or actors, Christian Bale and Keaton, and they were like, get a bat flap to piss easy. So he had it written into his contract that he could like move the nut cup and take a piss.
Smart.
Yeah, you're probably in that thing for a while.
Smart.
Really seals in the flavor.
We had sex in order to surprise you.
The Flash movie just came out.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they made that. Hey, Derek, is there
with
beer in
with
there?
Batman in it. Michael Keaton's Batman.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
Really?
as Batman.
Is there a beer over there? Really?
Yeah,
That's weird. Are they doing like a multiverse type of thing or what?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, he travels time, I think, and he goes back in time.
Oh, they're bastardizing Flashpoint Paradox. That's right. Have you seen Flashpoint Paradox?
No, that's
It's
the.
such a good movie.
I thought it was a series.
The fuck, Derek?
The
no,
fuck?
No, it's an animated movie from a couple years ago. The Flashpoint Paradox, where he runs so fast, he goes back in time and he goes into it, and he tries to go forward in time, and he ends up in an alternate universe where we are all at war with the Atlanteans. It's really dark.
That's kinda
It's so
cool.
good. The alternate reality where Bruce Wayne died, and it's his dad that's Batman, and his dad's got twin Colt 45s, just fucking kills people as a shit-faced Batman. Dude, it is so good.
A
I'm sorry.
drunk vigilante go around blasting people
No,
with
Batman.
45s.
Batman.
This is an animation, though.
Yeah, the animation. It's on HBO.
It's called what? Just Batman.
Flashpoint Paradox.
Flashpoint Paradox. I'm
Yeah.
kind of interested in watching this.
Yeah, I'm sure I brought it up a few times, but he goes to alternate dimension because of whatever. And yeah, so anyway, so Batman, Bruce dies, and it's his dad who's Batman, but he's just shit faced with twin 45s, and just fucking kills people. It's
That
so
sounds
good.
dope.
It's
That
so
sounds
good.
fucking badass.
It's so good.
Well, I wish they would have done that because
Does he ever wait? They call him Fat Man.
No, he's pretty jacked.
apparently Michael Keaton's back, but
She makes
I
frequencies.
I don't think we're ever going to get the Batman Beyond that we've ranted about
No,
for a while.
never happened.
I know.
Maybe Christian Bale will do it in a little while or something. I don't fucking know.
He's somebody old to do it.
No, he can't
And
do it
Adam
the
West
way
is
his
dead,
ends.
so
Well, yeah.
Adam West wouldn't be able to pull
Maybe
off that.
Pattinson will
Hold on.
fucking do it in 20 years.
Easy. He's not that old. Adam West would not be able to pull off that grizzled Batman.
He's dead.
Even if Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh. Well, yeah, they're
He wouldn't
different
have been-
Batmans.
No,
They're different.
because he's too goofy and whatever.
Well, yeah, it's a different
And
era.
So which crotchety Batman from Batman Beyond would be portrayed by a current Batman?
I think that Michael Keaton would have been the best for Batman
Probably.
Beyond.
Honestly,
Especially-
Alec Baldwin's. Alec Baldwin.
Alec
Yeah,
Baldwin.
no, Alec Baldwin.
It's not Batman. George Clooney.
No, the new one that no one liked, but I liked.
Ben
Affleck. Ben Affleck's Batman.
Oh.
Where he's already pissed
Well,
off and old.
Well, that's what's the shitty part
So
is
just
he never
age him-
he never got his own Batman movie,
Right, so age
dude.
him a little more, and he'd be a good pissy Bruce Wayne.
Dude.
I think he'd be a really good crotchety Bruce Wayne.
Now that you say
But now-
that, and that's nowadays.
And
He
I
could
would-
do that now.
He could, and I would say for my favorite young actor of now, to play Batman Beyond, which I can't remember the character's name, be
Spider-Man guy?
Ansel Adams,
Ansel Adams?
Aiden Reich, Solo, the guy that played Solo,
No.
or
He's a horrible actor.
Yeah.
the guy from Dune, the kid from Dune,
Chalamet.
yeah, Timothée Chalamet,
Well,
because he's all. But I don't know. He might. I've never seen him anything
Nah,
besides
he's-
that.
he's
He
already-
might have made a
he's
good
already
young
too old.
Batman with
He's a
Shia
pretty-
LaBeouf when
he's
he
a
was
pretty-
younger.
Well, that's gonna be hard to do.
should have been Indiana Jones.
He's fairly athletic. He did that music video thing too, where he was
Yeah,
like
yeah, but
doing all those
it's
kind of
gonna-
gymnastic
Yeah,
moves.
but he can't be bad beyond.
no,
his
he's.
tool.
I don't think he's good. Well,
So a young bad
he would
beyond.
have been a good Robin.
Do it. Just do
He
it.
could have been a good Robin, like in Constantine, little sidekick.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
but who? Okay, right. Okay. We're not talking about what could have been in the past. We're talking about now.
Oh, Ben Affleck as Batman
Would have been
Batfleck.
in Batman and Beyond.
as a crotchety, pissy Batman. Yes.
I think it would be really good.
Okay. Who would you dominate for the Beyond?
Dominate or nominate?
He said dominate.
Well,
He
there-
said,
there-
he
there
said
will
dominate
be-
earlier for another
There will
word,
be
too.
teenage boys.
Denominations. He said denominate.
That's
or
the thing.
Dominate.
Easy.
You definitely need a young actor, and I would say you find just someone like fucking random or new that
Well,
can
okay,
pull it
so
off.
no, it's gotta be. It's got no. They
Has to be
they
someone
a leading role.
established?
Yeah. I would say so. Chalamet, or who? No, I'm thinking of. Oh, who am I thinking of? They're in the new Oppenheimer movie.
Here's some younger
Aaron
male
Johnson.
guys right now, actors.
Is it Aaron? Is it
Attal,
Aaron Johnson?
no, Aaron Taylor
Jace
Johnson's
Norman.
too big.
Charlie
Oh,
Plummer.
he would be great though.
Jaden
too big.
Smith.
No, fuck no.
Tanner Buchanan.
Ooh, Jaden Smith.
Gerald Jerome. Asa Butterfield. Hero Fiennes. Tiffin.
What's Killmonger's name?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
He's too old for that. He's too old.
Is he too big?
I think he's too big and too old.
Oh, but that would
Dane,
he could,
Dane DeHaan.
something like that.
This
A
guy.
younger him.
This guy. Yeah. This guy, Dane DeHaan. Dude, that's like a
Maybe.
skinny high school kid that puts on essentially an Iron Man suit.
Yeah, but you also need to be able to prove that they can put some weight. Oh, that's true.
No, they
There's
have
Batman
to be
Beyond.
a skinny high school kid.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that'd be good.
Have you seen the picture? So, Ben Affleck got back together with
J-Lo.
J-Lo. And there's that picture of him like taking her to the car, opens the door, she gets in, and he's just like, like, does that up hand, like,
I have not seen
waiting to
this.
close the door, there's eyes rolling in the back of his head.
Close it.
Fucking great.
You think that's on purpose?
I know
He
that's-
knew-
Oh, dude, no, it
he
was
knew-
a candid picture, right?
Dude,
he
I
knew
know that.
paparazzi.
It's a video. He's walking back, and they freeze frame it, and he just like goes, "Pah!" And his eyes
yeah.
just like all rolled back.
Oh yeah, I know that. Oh
That's
god,
awesome.
yeah, you know that feeling.
You can
right?
see
Oh,
that
yeah,
thing where
for
she's like
sure.
strutting. He's just kind of like right behind her, just like, "You fucking bitch."
But I like that ass.
I'm gonna go home and jack off to that
I'm
Waiting
going
for
to
Tonight
aggressively
video.
close the door, but make sure it doesn't slam hard on you, but very firmly, but have a dramatic motion.
Him,
you know those whatever they're driving, those are soft closed doors. We know that.
yeah. Him smoking that cigarette meme though might be one of my favorites. Just like expressions. I don't even know what that is
I have
from.
no idea. But
Speaking of Ben Affleck, did you guys watch the movie, what's it called, Air? Or something like that?
no.
It's actually really interesting.
Ben Affleck's in it.
Yeah, he wrote it
Does
with
anything
Matt Damon,
Matt
and
Damon.
Ben Affleck are both in it. As well as Chris Tucker plays a pretty big role.
Do it. Do your best, Chris Tucker. Go.
Oh my god! Corbin! Guys!
That's immediately what I'm thinking about. Come on. Oh god. Hey man.
What's his name in that movie?
Corbin Dallas. Oh, he was
No,
the
that's
DJ
Bruce
guy.
Willis.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh god, I don't remember. Let's see, we'll look it up.
God, he is so good. In that. He is such a good actor.
Do you
Fifth
understand
Element.
the words that are coming out of my mouth? Whatever he says. Rush Hour.
Oh,
You'll never touch a black
do
man.
you understand what to come out of my mouth?
Yeah.
Or
Gefilte fish.
or the classic one word from Friday. Dang.
Yeah, that is
Dude,
very true.
Oh my god.
Bye, Felicia.
I love those fucking Friday movies.
I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah, they are classic. Did you ever watch the Don't Be a Menace in the
Yes,
hood or whatever?
of course. Yeah, don't be a mess. It sounds
I
such
love
a-
that
such a
movie.
drink.
I remember
Yeah.
we were at
I watched the,
my buddies. His mom took us to Blockbuster one time, and our parents were all going to get fucked up together. So like, oh, we'll get a movie for you guys, And so we're at Blockbuster, and nothing that good was out yet. And she's even like, "Oh, this is all boring." And we see Don't Be a Menace, and she's like, "I heard that's funny." She didn't know anything about it. We watched it, fucking loved it. Watched it again that night, like immediately.
Yeah, yes. Remember that the days of watching a movie back to back.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Well, we got it for another day. We might as well watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah, because you wanted to memorize it. But I watched a trailer of it
Ruby Rod?
recently.
Is that his name? Ruby Rod?
Yes. Remember coming at you from the summer.
I feel like the trailer to that movie didn't hold up. It was just like, these jokes aren't as funny.
What?
To Don't Be a Menace.
Oh, I've only seen it once.
Oh,
the only thing I
one in the
remember,
early 90s?
Yeah.
the only
They had a
only-
whole... Yeah.
the only gag I
Watch
remember
all
was
those.
like he's like something about like he makes the chick at the barbecue and then she's like, oh, there's my kid and there's other moms or whatever. Like they the reverse. Who knows who the dad is? But it's reverse. Who knows who the mom is? And it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, aha, that's
Oh,
it.
the girl that was more evil than him, like drove
Or-
a fucking caterpillar.
No.
She
it
like
was,
melted the butter on him.
No, that's
wax.
not. No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Butter. Cheese.
The
It's
nice girl.
government cheese.
the nice girl. They were just doing a reversal of the black stereotype, which was funny. I didn't understand at the time. But it was one where his dad is reading him a story and his dad's younger than him.
Oh yeah. They keep making
Dad's
that
younger
joke.
than him.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah, Don't Be a
Yeah.
Menace.
Oh, yeah. Is that the same movie? And the guy's like, the kids, they're playing video games, and the girl he's trying to date, he's playing video games with the kid. He beats him. The kid pulls out a gun. And is like, "Yo, put a cap in your
Yeah,
ass." And he's like, "What are you talking about, young man?" Tries to teach him a lesson, and he says, "Like, do you know where the real power's at, son?" He's like, "Yeah, it's in the bullets."
Yeah, I know exactly. That's like the
No,
I think it's
brain.
I think it's the opening scene. I want to say even.
Or when he goes and knocks on the door, like 13 kids answer the door with the girl he's trying to date, and they're like, "Kids, what do you say? Are you my daddy?"
Fucking Christ.
My favorite part was always I gotta pour this one out for the homies, and he like pours his 40 over the fence, but there's a bunch of guys just like down there drinking it.
Oh yeah.
I love it when the one of the Wayans brothers, he has that missile or rocket or whatever on a launcher, and he has a control pad, and he's like talking to those guys in the car, and he like just pointing at their face as he's doing that. He's like, "You won't mess with me again," you know, as it points right at him.
The best part was when he was like, "I bet I can get this bitch's number." He goes up to her with a gun. Bitch, give me a number.
The intro's pretty good too, isn't that the same intro when the guy is like, "Hey, I'm blah blah blah, and I just graduated with a 4.2 GPA in high school, and I got accepted to Harvard." And then all of a sudden, some guy comes up and like blows him
Shoots
away,
him?
and then he's like, "In the hood, nobody makes it past 18." Oh shit! Today's my birthday. And the guy comes up and blows him away.
I don't remember that part exactly.
Fuck. Do you guys remember The Pest? Now I'm thinking about ridiculous shit in movies. Remember The Pest with John
The
Leguizamo?
Pest. No, I do
John
not.
Leguizamo
Mario Brothers.
And some black guy. The Pest. Yeah, that was.
I don't know if you can say that, John.
It was a black guy. I don't know his name.
Okay. Well, no, we don't know it.
It may have been Damon Wayans. I don't fucking. He was a goddamn everything back then.
Did we even get to the other topics tonight?
We haven't.
Shall we?
Do you want to hear about space and time, or?
Don't turn me down, you son of a bitch.
That was gross.
All right, I'll give you two
fuck.
topics.
Time space?
Well, that's just like your opinion, man. Or H2, did you know?
I want to go about opinions for 200.
Could the Earth be inside of a black hole?
No.
Not just the Earth.
The
but
galaxy?
the entire universe that we know.
Oh, one galaxy is a big black hole?
Not a galaxy. The entire universe is inside of a black hole.
Well, yeah. That's how you travel between galaxies, is through black holes.
Would make sense.
Cool.
So it's like a bubble theory. There's like this bubbles of shit that exist, and
yeah.
bubbles inside of bubbles.
Infinite universe.
So where they touch, that's the hole.
Yeah, where the little bump is. It's a fractal that we probably can't imagine. It's not bubbles, right? It would be a fractal. It's
I
not
think they would
bubbles.
follow the pattern
Quit
of
saying it's not
fractals.
bubble, it's fractal.
If I
You know what the
if I
fuck I'm
pictured
talking about.
a sea foam, just a foam party, bubbles inside of bubbles with bubbles touching bubbles everywhere. You know, just tons of
It
bubbles.
would create a
of all different
fractal.
sizes.
Stop saying fractal like you know what you're talking about.
I can see those touch points creating like a fractal pattern.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't say. You are out of your fucking mind.
I know what a fractal is.
What's
Okay.
Down in
What's a
Fractal Rock,
fractal?
great show.
Not fraggle. A fractal is more. It's harder to define,
Oh!
but it is a form that like will recreate itself, whether how far you're in or out. It like constantly is the same thing, an infinite pattern. It's most likely the pattern of the goddamn universe. Fibonacci sequence and the golden
Now you're
ratio
just saying
goes all.
shit.
No, it's all part of it. Okay, it all is part of it.
So this is kind of the rough theory that explains why scientists are postulated this idea, is that the Earth and the universe as we know it was created inside of an already pre-existing black hole, which could make sense. There's these things that suck in everything inside of them, a big vacuum, spits it all out somewhere. Something happens with it. Inside of that something could be a universe, you know?
Okay.
So all those, it may not be a picture perfect replica of what it got sucked up, but all that material might reform inside of a black hole, whatever that inside of constitutes.
Okay. That's some high level theoretical physics that I certainly don't know about. Lane, are you?
I stopped paying
familiar with,
attention a little while ago.
High level theoretical.
You
physics?
brought it up. Oh, you voted for it.
Well, I spaced out. I was thinking about fractals.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
So, what a black hole takes in, wherever that goes, assuming it's not destroyed, which mathematically they say that material is not destroyed in a black hole,
Well,
it could reform again, depending on the physics of that black hole, into a whole other universe.
Yeah, because we don't even understand how matter works. Antimatter. Of course it goes somewhere else. Where does the matter have to go?
It's neither created nor destroyed.
So it's always existed?
It's what ties and binds us together.
That's the force.
Oh!
Force is different than matter.
No, I think the force is fractals.
Boom. Suck it, Lane.
The force probably moves in a fractal pattern, most likely.
Don't justify us burning you. Or
I'm
Ash
just
Force us
explaining the force to you. Sometimes you don't get it. First time.
Oh. Fuck you.
It might be done.
It is.
We've been sucking on that thing all
I was going to
fucking
say
night.
if there's a plug-in for it.
Why are you sucking on
nothing.
that thing so much? Jesus Christ. Get your own, Derek. Damn.
I have cigarettes.
Then smoke a cigarette right now in this house.
No.
Well, get your
I
self
smoke a
a
cigarette here?
vape. How much do those vapes
Not
cost?
inside.
Deep sauce?
How much do those vapes cost?
That's like $10.
Is it a single use?
Yep.
Really? You don't have a refill thing?
Nope. I kind of like when it runs out. Runs out. You're out.
I just don't get vape. I don't know. No,
That thing's
it's
cashed as
dude,
fuck.
dude, it's 8 o'clock,
It's
dude.
deep. It's not.
Her roots
Close
go
enough.
deep.
What's the
bitch.
other topic? The last one. I liked the last one.
All right. The last topic is H2. Did you know?
Just
This is leftover from last week, so I don't even remember what it is. New theory of Earth's rapid creation makes alien life more likely. Study.
Disclosure. It's
The
happening.
formation of the Earth may have looked more like a fast, inevitable landslide than like a slow series of occasional cataclysms, as scientists have long theorized, according to findings published in Nature
You can if
magazine.
you want.
Derek's reading.
Well, so it goes on to say, Earth-like planets could be far more common than previously
Disclosure.
thought, and represents a groundbreaking vision of conventional understanding of how Earth was created and the origin of the planet's life-giving water. Blah, blah, blah. This new planet formation mechanism, the chance of having habitable planets in the galaxy is much higher than previously thought. It's from Martin Bizarro from Denmark's Globe Institute.
Bullshit.
That seems fake.
Bullshit.
I thought it was real until that.
Yeah.
But what did water have
This
to do
is
with it?
from The Hill.
Sorry, what did water have to do with it?
I skipped a lot of paragraphs. One sec. John needs me to get him a drink.
I was
I
trying.
I
will-
just got you a drink 7 minutes ago.
I
was
will
being
also
quiet.
take one.
I was in the middle of talking.
Yeah, I guess I was doing it quietly.
You guys, this was the last topic, and you ruined it. Can I have one, Derek, too?
This isn't the last topic. I talk about what happened on the way here.
Oh, okay. But I just still was confused about what water had to do with it.
It's God's water.
Did
I'm
you
sorry,
know?
I'm
Is
sorry,
H2O
I'm sorry.
God's water?
Okay, so one of the authors of this paper that was sent out to the paper magazine or whatever it was originally published in said that the appearance of water might not have happened entirely by chance, and
God
blah, blah,
created
the
it for us.
findings put forward a radically revised model of how planets like ours, small, rocky, wet, tend to form across the galaxy. With this new blah blah mechanism, yeah, we talked about that. So, in the conventional account, the Earth and all rocky planets formed from the infrequent and cataclysmic series of giant impacts, quote, between embryonic protoplanets. So they're talking about like when comets were hitting, because comets have a lot of ice in them. And the current like prevailing theory is that the comets bombard these planets and all the ice in them melts on the planet, and creates water,
Makes
right?
sense.
And they said because these are very uncommon occurrences as far as comets bombarding planets, even a crowded terrain of an early solar system, that would mean that it took a very long time for Earth to form, a period of more than 100 million years, which is about the amount of time that separates us between the emergence of Tyrannosaurus rex. So then, quote, if that is how Earth was formed, then it's pretty lucky that we have water on Earth. So it sounds like their whole theory goes into saying that we know how old the Earth is. We know when certain things started happening, when we began to support life. And the amount of time that it would take for us to collect water based on our current understanding of how comets hit the Earth and give water, or any planet, depending on however many are flying around, just does not line up. Doesn't make sense.
Huh.
So they're saying that like we had water on Earth much quicker because we know when it happened, but mathematically how we understand how it could happen does not make sense. So that's why they're saying like if naturally in a galaxy this is generally how this works, this mechanism, it just doesn't make sense for our case on Earth, especially with how much water we have within the galaxy. And it seems like there's another force that we're not understanding. So they're postulating that because we don't understand how it's happening, that just simply increases the odds of an intelligent life that was influencing the history of mankind and the Earth in general.
Back to fucking aliens.
Yes!
God damn it, Derek was sneaking aliens and everything.
So they seeded it even before civilization.
Well, all this is saying that
What about the moon?
they're not dismissing anything else, but that our current mainstream understanding of how it happened mathematically does not make sense based on our understanding of the composition of everything throughout the galaxy. So, and the timeline that we know certain things happened, what we think happened or postulate does not match mathematically with what we definitely know happened when we got water.
So they need a new theory, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
How do
and,
they
then,
know
and
about
all they
water?
said was simply, and I'm going to guess this article basically picked up on a side note that was on this article, is that theoretically then, because we've eliminated one thing, that means the chances of everything else that could have happened have expanded. And the one thing this article picks on is alien life just got more likely. Or at least,
Well,
not just alien life, but aliens influencing life here.
you know what I think is the biggest question or proof of aliens, and it's right there in front of us every night? The moon.
Water bears. Oh, it's hollow.
Like it's older than the Earth.
Is it? I haven't heard
They
that
think
before.
they say it's older than the Earth. The moon is older.
Last time I ever read or heard anything about that, they said that they
Look at how old
something
is
hit
the
the
moon?
Earth, flung out some
No!
shit off the Earth,
No!
reformulated into the moon.
Yeah, that was a theory at one time.
But
look up
I've
how old.
also heard that. Well, this is actually true. You can look at NASA on this. When the first lunar pod landed on the moon, it rang out like a bell.
Dong.
And they were able to mathematically then understand with the way they were getting reciprocating like sound waves, which lasted months, that it was hollow.
It's a cavern system.
It's an egg.
How old is it?
What came first? The Earth or the egg?
The Earth or the Moon? Look up how old the Moon is. Do it.
Stop!
Do it.
We've gone so far.
Do it.
No!
Yes, one more and then you. Settle down.
I don't give a fuck. We just keep reverting to this fucking conspiracy
Well,
shit.
this has nothing to do with what?
The leading
I'm just
theory of the
cursed.
moon's origin is that the Mars-sized body collided with Earth about 4.5 billion years ago. The resulting debris from that and the Earth and the impact accumulated to creating our natural satellite. That's the prevailing theory.
Mm-hmm. But really, how old is it?
All right.
How old
Do you
is
want me to
it?
do
6,000.
moon age conspiracy?
No, I didn't say search that.
Is the Earth
Moon's age revealed and lunar mystery may be
is the
solved.
moon a pedophile?
It's spying on us at night.
The moon's so much older than the Earth, and it's like,
No, I've just heard that some of the moon rocks they have brought back are older than
that's pretty
to
dope.
have been
That'd be
formed.
sweet.
Yeah.
It would. I mean, hey, the idea that two bodies colliding at low enough speed to not destroy each other and then kind of bounce-ish, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, but they just you form
The
that,
moon has
binary-
rocks that are older than any found on Earth.
So that's perfectly feasible.
Weathering and plate tectonics destroy Earth's oldest rocks.
Or
So things that have been pelted onto the moon doesn't have any geological activity, right? It's a stable unit, which might further support that it's a big spaceship for aliens.
but why are there asteroid imprints?
Because it gets hit by stuff.
But why is it on the face that faces us?
It's on both faces.
There's a dark half.
There's only one side faces us.
I know, at all times.
Yeah, the
But so
other
why
side
is
has-
there impacts on that side that faces us?
There's probably impacts on the other
the
side,
Earth
too.
the moon is quite a ways away from the Earth.
But on the same side of us?
Yes. Okay.
Are there
There's
impact
always-
craters
there's-
on the dark side
No,
of
no,
the...
no.
No,
light
that's
side.
not the question.
Light
This question
side.
is, how are we looking at craters if the Earth's in the way? Yes?
We've had probes go around it. One of our astronauts in the very first probe that went out there,
He's
they had a
confused.
3-man crew. One of them went around the circumference of the
Stop.
moon
That's
and
not-
picked the guys back up.
That's not what we're talking about!
The light side. There's craters on the light side of the moon.
And I'm saying the dark side, too.
But my
Okay.
my controversy is why is it on the light side? It's facing us. How are asteroids hitting it when it's facing us?
Yes, that's what he's saying. I'm telling you the angle of incidence is imperceptible.
Yeah, you gotta have angles and stuff hitting around the Earth.
Sure. Maybe
How far away is the Earth from the moon?
How many fucking asteroids are hitting the moon then that aren't hitting Earth? You know.
All right, so Lane's
Longer than you've been
question
alive.
is, why are there impact craters
on the light side.
on the light side of the moon?
Google is Lane a dipshit.
Because the moon came from somewhere else, man. I had to add the man on there just so you know. It's conspiracy. There's rumors.
So, for the prevailing theory of how the moon was formed, they say the near side hot crust didn't fall back into itself. Basically, when the impact happened with Earth,
It had to have impacted.
a Mars-sized celestial object impacted the Earth, and it came together, but it flung a bunch of material out in space. That's the prevailing theory. That stuff coalesced into the moon because the moon has never been really geologically active, at least not for a very long time. It then had its own, probably rings on it to some degree, but shit rotating around it as it slowly just kept fucking impacting itself and creating its ultimate form.
We were talking bajillions and
Yeah.
quadrillions
I
of years.
don't know exactly how things work. I just think
Earth's
it's
roughly
I think
like
it's
4.5 or 6
I think
billion
it's
years old.
well, why is it hollow then?
Not bajillion.
Well, why is it hollow?
He didn't say it was. That's the theory that it's not hollow. Good
There
God.
is sound wave evidence of a hollow moon.
So, but why? How?
Space aliens. It's a colony. They're watching us.
So you think it's older than us?
There's supposedly photographic
The
evidence
aliens?
from
You
NASA
think-
on the dark side of the
the
moon
aliens
with towers
are-
on the alien base.
easy.
You think I'm
The-
crazy? He's the one that brings
The
aliens into it every
on
time.
the moon are biding their time until humanity can perfect the Brazilian butt lift and they can blend in better. That's why the moon's hollow.
You could be also a dude instead of a female. Thus, the probe.
Nah, all aliens are chicks, bro.
Dude looks like a lady. Yeah.
All aliens are chicks, bro.
Probably not. Non-binary
No.
things.
No,
They're probably drones.
That's a good point. There probably is no gender. At that
I
point.
always I've heard the theory that
Biological drones.
the grays are like the drones. That
Biological
they, like, Yeah,
drones.
they're avatars. You know, they can just take over. There's nothing in them. It's just drones.
They don't have a soul.
soulless.
Oh, fuck
Out
off,
doing the
soul.
bidding
Fuck you.
of the universe.
Basically,
Fuck
like worker
you.
bees or ants
Fuck
or
you.
whatever.
All right, John. What's your fucking topic for the night? Your story.
My dick. 60th and Street car crash.
On the way here.
That's his story. He put it on there.
60th and Center.
No. So on the way here, I didn't take 60th because whatever.
You had to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of road
You
construction.
know how South 60th has that sweet curvy thing right before Harrison? I know you guys probably don't go there.
I know. I thought it was on 42nd.
No. So 60th Street by the
60th Street in Harrison? I don't think I do know that.
60th Street ends at Harrison. It tees at Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
So the other direction,
Frolf
so
course.
north,
Okay.
going north, there's that sweet under the bridge like
Oh,
thing, right?
yeah.
You'd think that's where a car crash would be. Nope. So I go through there, and the straight between the curve and Harrison, there's cops blocking off the road. As I get closer, I look over. There is a car perpendicular to the road on its fucking roof. No ambulance, nothing, and a whole group of people talking to the cops.
It's probably already left.
I was like, holy shit, how the hell did that happen on a straightaway that's a 35-mile-an-hour straightaway? They ended up on a car on its fucking roof. That is insane.
What kind of car was it?
I don't know, dickhead.
You couldn't see the car?
It was a small SUV. I don't know.
Okay, that's helpful. It probably veered off the straightaway because they looked at their phone for a little bit.
Two-car crash. One
Well,
of them
yeah.
ended up
You veer
perpendicular-
off of the fucking road a little bit. You hit the gravel fucking ditches and shit, and all of a sudden fucking whip
But
it
how
back,
often do you see
slam
an
on the
upside-down
brake, fucking
car?
slide.
How often do you see an upside-down car in a crash scene? That's
What was your reaction?
fair.
Did you laugh? Did
You had to
cry?
turn around?
my
Did you
reaction-
stop and ask
My reaction
questions?
was, holy shit.
You
And
could've
I
just-
spent 20 minutes trying to get through a fucking neighborhood.
You couldn't just drive around it?
No, they blocked off the street.
Yeah, but there's always like a ditch.
They blocked off the
little
street.
hill.
They blocked off 60th
Do
Street.
you think someone died?
Was there an ambulance?
There's no ambulance.
The ambulance left
Probably
already.
not.
Or they died then. There's no ambulance if they died.
Did you see blood smears on the concrete?
I didn't get that good a look. Jesus, guys, damn. I'm just saying. Damn,
Did you see the
guys.
video that came out this week of the person that went flying through a windshield in a car accident?
Fuck.
No.
Yeah, so like it was. I saw this video clip and it said, "Well, always wear your seatbelt." And it's like a big interstate, so you have the big brick median or whatever, and a cement median in between, like 4 lanes each or 8 lane, whatever traffic. I don't know if it was that wide, but so anyways, on the direction that you're kind of watching from, where cars are going away from you in the video, on the right side of that is this huge fucking hill, and all of a sudden this car just goes flying down the hill, and then like it sweeps through all the fucking cars. There's a ton of traffic. Hits that cement median, and then the car kind of like flips out into the next lane of traffic, going the opposite direction. And as it flips, I think it's a woman, long hair.
Wait.
This is like hands, legs spread, end over end, just flipping like crazy.
She
and
fell
it
out?
is right when they smack the pavement right in front
But
of the camera.
she was out.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, flew through the windshield and just was like an X, just flipping end over end, and just bam hits the pavement and the video ends.
She's
Where
dead.
are your seatbelts?
Probably,
kids?
I don't know.
Where are your seatbelts?
Where
kids?
was you saw this video at?
The internet.
Yeah,
Oh, that seems like a dark internet.
yeah, it was crazy.
Well, John saw someone roll their fucking vehicle and he thinks that someone flew across the pavement and died.
Fuck! Stop putting words in my mouth, you slut!
Slut.
Nah, fuck you, John.
Fuck you, Lane.
Fuck both
You know
you
what? Fuck
fuckers.
you, jerk!
You're a piece of shit.
You're a fuck-
Submarine.